Hello guys, what is up? It is Jen. Okay, so today I'm showing you this, I'm hesitant to call it a look, but I'm gonna call it a look. How do I explain this? This is what I do when I've packed it in for the night and I've washed my face, I've done my face mask, I've already scrubbed off my cup of coffee Lush mask, and then a boy snaps you and you're like, oh my god. This is what I do in like a span of 5 minutes so that I can answer in a appropriate amount of time, look like I don't really have a whole lot on my face, but look more presentable, and I can be like, oh my gosh, you caught me at such a bad time, I don't have any makeup on. Meanwhile, I just rushed to reapply. I mixed 2 moisturizers. This is the one I use for bed. I've recently really gotten into CeraVe and I really love this stuff as well as the cleanser, which is my all-time favorite. This is the CeraVe, don't know how to pronounce it because everybody says it different. This is their moisturizing lotion with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. Very comforting. My skin's really dry and it loves this stuff. When I wear makeup, I mix it with my Neutrogena HydroBoost gel cream just because it lightens up the texture a little bit. It helps take down the emollients. After that, I applied my NIOD photography fluid in opacity 12. Love this stuff. I kind of use it as a color correcting primer. It just relieves some redness and helps me look super luminous. It has a very it's a golden sheen, but it's definitely more olive gold where it's kind of green, so it does kind of like blur redness or whatever. When I'm doing this, I don't like to wear foundation, or just usually I don't like to wear foundation, so I either apply like a BB cream like Maybelline Dream Fresh is actually a great one. The one I applied was actually a sample of the Sunday Riley Influencer foundation, which is kind of like a balmy kind of BB type thing. Not that it's that sheer, because it definitely has like a medium coverage. Really good for any skin type, especially if you have like really dry skin. It's not gonna like stick in your lines and just be gross. I love that stuff. So I just apply it all over, buff it in really well. I switch brushes a lot in this video and I basically use them all to buff or press it in. I like that just for evening out the skin, because you don't really want to be covering things, especially with a foundation. That's what concealer's for. Whisking away to concealer, I think I first applied this Urban Decay Naked Skin just to like get rid of that stuff, and I always press this stuff in. If you want coverage, press it in. If you want blurring, just buff. As always, I'm actually almost out of this stuff, but I love this concealer. It just looks like skin and it has great coverage and it doesn't stick in my dry patches, and I actually prefer it to Shape Tape. That's just me, but I'm also not an under eye concealy gal and I don't like full coverage. Rainforest The Sea by Tarte, hydrating, beautiful concealer. I just press it in wherever I need more coverage and call it a day. For some shape, because you don't want to be looking all flat, but you also don't want like too much, I go in with my my Bondai base stick from NudeStix, and I just put it on my brush, buff it in just to give some color. For brows, I'm a really big brow person. Like, I love doing my brows, I love sculpting them, I love creating them and drawing them in, but just for realism's sake, I just applied a brown mascara to my eyebrows. I don't have a brow gel because I don't believe in brow gels, but I do have a brown mascara from CoverGirl. I used the Clump Crusher and I just coated my hairs, making sure not to get it on my skin. After that, I just highlighted. I highlighted. This stuff, actually, funny enough, is not a MAC product. It's in a MAC case, but that's just because I used up the pigment from here. It's actually Benefit Watts Up, the Benefit highlighter. I've had a million different minis of that stuff. I just melted one of my minis into this pod because I felt like it was better than using a stick. I just wanted it in a wider surface, and plus I had a few of them. And it looks this balmy because it's not just that. Like I said, really dry skin. I put a little bit of this Farmacy Honey Saviour all-in-one skin repair salve. This stuff. Put a little bit there, rub it into the product, and it gives me this very translucent, hydrated dew. Put on some Burt's Bees lip balm, and then I threw on some of my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream on my cheeks and my lips, just for a little bit of color. But again, not changing the texture of my skin or adding dew or taking it away, because it is a soft matte. It's not a powder matte. It's not glossy like any other cream blush. It's just a perfect texture for the cheeks, and it doesn't break me out either. Yeah, that is kind of what I do. Just take away scars, add a little color, add a little dew. That's what I do in emergencies when people have Snapchatted me and I'm uncharacteristically de-makeuped. So yeah, I hope this helps. I don't know, helps me. I hope you try this out in emergencies or even just every day. It makes you look more like a human. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye. Bye-bye, guys.